Today we'll start with the fourth stanza of Elegy Written in a Country Churchyard. Beneath those rugged elms that yew trees shade, where heaves the turf in many a mouldering heap, each in his narrow cell forever laid, the rude forefathers of the hamlet sleep. So the stanza here starts basically from the last line, and from where we come to know that the poet is talking about the forefathers of the hamlet. Hamlet here means a small sleepy village, and rude here doesn't mean that the forefathers were impolite or discourteous, but they were country folk, and probably they were simple country people, farmers, and the poet is talking about them. This is the main crux of the stanza. Beneath those rugged elms that yew trees shade. The poet is talking about the graves, which he calls a narrow cell, compares to a narrow cell of the prison, and says that these forefathers of this small village, sleepy village, are in their eternal sleep under the yew and elm trees and are sleeping forever in the narrow cells or graves. So the first two lines of the poem here set the scene, and we come to know that the graves are under the elm and yew trees, and there are piles of turf on each of the grave. And the people who are dead are lying in the graves in the churchyard. This is the whole scene which the poet is trying to bring forward to us. The breezy call of incense breathing morn, the swallow twittering from the straw built shed, the cock's shrill clarion or the echoing horn, no more shall rouse them from their lowly bed. The previous stanza sets the scene, and we see that the poet is talking about the dead forefathers who are sleeping in their graves in the churchyard of the small village, and the poet wants to clarify that these sleeping forefathers will never wake up, and now he explains how. The first three lines of the stanza give different things that normally would wake a person up, such as the delicious smells of the breeze. Incense breathing means the smells of the morning. Morn here means morning. So the incense is some smell or substance that fills the air. So the delicious smell of the breeze in the morning will not be able to raise them from their lowly bed. Birds twittering, the swallow twittering, or the birds, swallow is a bird, the birds twittering and singing in their straw nests will not be able to wake them up, and even the cock's shrill clarion, the shrill voice of the rooster or the echoes of a horn blown by a hunter or a shepherd will also not be able to raise them from their lowly bed. So the poet has listed these three things, and he tells that none of these things is going to wake up these dead villagers or the forefathers of this sleepy village from their deathbed or the eternal sleep. For them no more the blazing hearth shall burn, or busy housewife ply her evening care, no children run to list their sire's return, or climb his knees the envied kiss to share. Now the poet is giving a list of things or a kind of day-to-day pleasures that these dead countrymen or villagers who are sleeping in their graveyard aren't going to get to enjoy anymore. So this is the list. What is he saying? That no one is able to enjoy the burning hearth or burning fire, or no one would burn a hearth for them now. No housewife is trying to take care of him when he gets back home from the evenings. Blazing hearth shall burn, or busy housewife ply her evening care. Ply her evening care means nobody is going to take care for them when they come back from their day's work. And a very great imagery the poet is giving here. When someone is back home from the work, children run towards them. So he says that no kids, no children will be running towards their father after they return from home. So the speaker is giving reasons that nothing will bring them back to their life, or climb his knees the envied kiss to share. That whenever someone comes back from their work, children climb to their knees and want to kiss them. So nobody would do such a thing for these people who are sleeping in their graves, because they are into their eternal sleep. So these things will not matter for them, nothing will bring them back to their life.